subtitles for videos. It's a topic that's come up a few times in the context of the 10 Tips, 10 Days series, where a lot of people started to create videos on LinkedIn. And it turns out that iPhone users have a funky little app called Clips that automatically records captions while they record the video. But for those of us who use Android, there isn't an equivalent. So I went ahead and had a bit of a play with alternatives to see how I can get captions onto my videos with the least amount of time and hassle. So, and I'm going to use this video as an example to show you. Okay, I tried a number of ways to add captions to my videos, and I'm going to walk you through the things I did and what I found out in the process. Now, there are really two steps involved, and the first one is to actually get or create the subtitles, and the second one, which is a separate step, is to get them onto your video. And burn really means nothing else than permanently add them to your video file, so you can't turn them off anymore, which is useful if you want to use them, for example, on LinkedIn or maybe on your mobile phone, where there isn't the functionality to turn them on or turn them off, so you can make sure they're always there. So that's really what you want to do. Have the subtitles and then burn them onto the video. Now, what I tried to get or create the subtitles. The first thing was to use YouTube, and I tried that before and thought it wasn't bad, but when I look back at it, it had some, well, considerable downfalls. So I'll show you. So yesterday I did, I created another test video, and so first thing is you have to upload it to YouTube, obviously, right? So there's the time involved in that. And now YouTube automatically creates captions for you, but they don't show up automatically, and that confused the hell out of me when I tried that on other occasions, because I didn't really know when and why they did or didn't show up. So when you first upload a video, you go into your video manager, you pick, so you select the video you want, and then you get into this edit mode here, and there's the section here where it says subtitles and closed captions. And when the video is newly uploaded, you'll find you have the option here to add captions if you have them, but the automatic ones don't show up. And it can actually take quite a while. So it's not something that you can use when you quickly want to add subtitles to a video that you just recorded, because that can take, like this one I did yesterday, and the subtitles are still aren't there. So now what it looks like, I can show you on an older video. So if you go in here and you go to subtitles, when they're available, this is how they show up, right? And you'll see here published English automatic, and then you can click on that and you'll see the subtitles. They show up here in the video, and they show up here, and you can actually now go in and edit them. So now what you have, what you don't have to worry about, it's actually not bad. I mean, even with my German accent, it picks up most of the things fairly correctly, and it's got all the times pretty correctly. Now, the thing that I don't like is that it doesn't use any punctuation at all. So, and if you have to edit that and edit that all in, it sometimes feels it's more of a pain in the butt than actually writing them from scratch. But so especially, I don't know, for a longer video, at least you've got something to work and you don't have to type it all in. So you can use this as a base, and then you can edit in here. You just click on the text you wanna edit, and then you make your changes, and you can save your changes. Right, so now it shows up here as a separate option. So that's the automatic one, that's the one we just saved. And when you click on it, you can now download it. and the file format you want is the SRT one. So you can download that, and it's a, you just download it, and then you can use it for the second step. Now, another way of actually using YouTube to actually create the subtitles yourself is going back in here, same thing here, you go subtitles, but this time, especially when you don't have the automatic ones, you can add new subtitles and you can actually create them, right? And so YouTube has an editor so that allows you to create them, and that editor I actually really quite like, because what it does is you can just start playing the video, and when you start typing, it automatically stops. So it's really quite easy to get the timings right. So if I start playing here, captions for videos. We just finished the 10 tips, 10 days. And so on. So you can see how you just you see where the timeline is, and you just type in the captions as you go. And I sometimes feel that it's actually probably quicker than edit what YouTube gives you automatically, right? So, and you understand yourself, you can make sure that there are no errors that you overlook, and so it's probably more precise. And I don't know how, depends on how quickly you type, but it's probably not that much slower. So same thing, you save the changes, and then you've got it here. That's the one we just created, and you can actions, and you can download it, and then you can use it. You can use it elsewhere. So that's basically a way to use YouTube to get your subtitles. Now, there are these two. Now then there was Rev.com. A lot of people had talked about it, and I somehow always thought, well, if I want to add subtitles, I just want them really quickly and I don't have to wait. But for that particular video, I did try it out. And so I went to Rev.com, and okay, that's not the one. I went to Rev.com and uploaded the file and ordered the subtitle for this one. And it cost me 90 cents because they charge $1 a minute, and it was a sub-minute video, so it was like 90 cents of €1, and it literally took 8 minutes to come back. And it only had one, I needed to make one little change, and then it wouldn't recognize the hashtag, and whoever would transcribe that had no way of knowing it, but it was really precise. So it was, the only time involved was to have to upload the video either to Rev.com, or if you have it on YouTube, you can just send the YouTube link. So you have to get the video to them, so that's the time involved there. And then in this particular case, they say turnaround time for captions is maximum 12 hours, but literally mine took 8 minutes. So that was really quick. 90 cents is definitely worth it. And so what you get is, when you place the order, which just involves uploading the video, make your payment, and then you get an email that looks like this, that says your caption file is ready. You can straight download it, or you can view and edit, which you'll probably want to do. And then it takes you to Rev.com caption editor. So you can go in here and actually see caption, how the captions, and you can edit them here before you then download them. Again, you download and you want to use the SRT file format, and then again you've got your subtitles. And so apart from the time it takes to upload the video there and to wait for them to actually process it, that's a really quick and super precise way. And 90 cents for this video was definitely definitely worth it. Now, another one that I found was Capwing, and now I kind of liked the idea because it basically allows you to add subtitles to the videos, and it's got a pretty funky interface because I like to be able to you know, format the subtitles and have them pretty. So this basically gives you this interface to add a subtitle. Now, to get the timings and fiddling around with these sliders, I actually thought it was a bit of a pain in the butt. But yeah, after a while I got the hang of it, and it was pretty cool. But once you hit create, it turns out that either you get this huge chunky, I don't know whether this one actually is going to do something. Yeah, so it actually creates the video. Yeah, now here you go. And so you've got two options, and either it's got this big chunky watermark up here, or you want to remove it, and removing it is actually quite hefty. It has a quite hefty price. I thought, well, whew. I mean, considering that I have to actually create the subtitles, and on top of it I have to pay €6 to be able to download it, I thought that was, and the watermark was pretty, I don't know, that kind of turned me off a bit. But it's definitely, if you don't mind the watermark, it's definitely an option, right? And the interface is pretty intuitive. So that's another option. Now, just yesterday I discovered that Facebook has a new video upload manager. And so now when I uploaded it, and I haven't really played around much with it, but I uploaded a file to my video to my Facebook page, and what came up was this new video upload manager, and that now has an option here to add subtitles and captions, right? And so once it's uploaded, you can basically do exactly the same as YouTube does. So you can auto-generate the actual captions and do exactly what we did before with YouTube. The only difference is here they actually do have a bit of formatting, right? So now I tried that, and it, you know, it comes out pretty nice, but again, they're not permanently burned into your video. So if you end up then downloading your video, it won't have the subtitles. So this is really helpful for the video that you, now here you can edit it. So if you want to use your video, you know, see, so here this is actually pretty precise, and it does have some formatting. So it's a better starting point than the YouTube one, but it doesn't allow you to download the actual subtitles so that you can then later on burn it onto your video, and when you download your video, it won't have them. So these subtitles are here, but they're only here on Facebook. So if you want to use your video on Facebook, this is really probably the easiest option. But if you want to use it on LinkedIn or elsewhere, then yeah, that's the problem, that you don't have the subtitles permanently on your video file. Okay, so we're going to get out of here. Now, after all of that, I tried an open source tool that's got a funny name that everybody pronounces differently, Hardsub or whatever, you know. And so you can, it's an application that it's a program that you have to download and install on your computer. It takes a couple of minutes. It's really quick. It's not a big heavy program. And what you do with that, and initially I looked at it and I thought, what on earth is that? And then I watched a couple of YouTube videos, and then I thought, oh, this is actually really quite powerful. Now, you open a video, and this particular video, what I did is I actually recorded it on my mobile phone, and I used InShot to place it in the middle here, to put the little tech monster there. And so this gives me, putting the video in the middle gives me space down here for the subtitles. Now, what this one actually does, which I really liked, was it helps, it shows you the audio waves here, so you can see where I'm actually speaking, right? And it automatically, you can basically select a particular part of the video, and then you play that. Subtitles for videos. And then you type in here. What you hear. It's a topic that's come up. And when you think, well, that doesn't make sense, you just, you know, adapt the it's a topic that's come up a few times. In the context of the tips and day series. Started to create videos on LinkedIn. Okay, I finished to create all the subtitles, and see what I really like here. So you can actually select the piece that you want for that line, and you can see where you're actually speaking. So it makes the timing really accurate. Now you can also change the style of the actual subtitles. So I can actually make this bigger here, and then you can see how that shows up, and you can put that opaque box behind it, or you take it off, so you can you know, change the colors and the position of your subtitles. And I really quite like that. It's not super powerful in terms of what you can do with the formatting, but at least you can do something. And now what you want to do is you want to save, and you want to save the name. And what you want to keep in mind is that you want to name it the same as the actual video file. Okay. So you just want to make sure, and it helps to have it in the same folder, but you definitely want to name it the same. Now, if you use this application, it'll save it as an .ass file, which the difference to the other file format is that it actually keeps the formatting of that you've got here. So this is how your subtitles will later on show up in your actual video. So this is pretty much all you've done. So I've used this application to actually create the subtitles, right? So we can go out of this one here, and now what we've got left, how to actually get them onto a video, right? And so there is an application called Handbrake, which you can download for free, and it's helpful to have because it also allows you to compress your videos into a smaller file size, and there is an option to burn subtitles onto a video. The only problem I found with it is that it only allows you, so you open up your video file, and this is pretty quick, so I'm not going to look at any of the other settings. So what you want to do is you go here to Subtitles and you say import SRT. So, and that's already telling you the only disadvantage I found, that when you actually it only allows this file format, and that file format doesn't come with any formatting that you might have. So it puts it its own way, and there's no way you can change that. Right? So that's basically it. Puts it at the bottom there with a bit of a shadow, so it's sort of easy enough to see, but you can't change at all how that is formatted, and it's the only file format Handbrake will accept. So it's useful, and it's easy, it's quick, it's free, but it has that limitation. Now, there is a way to do it with VLC Media Player, but that required a bit of a hack and a workaround that I thought I'm definitely going to forget within a month or so. So I'm not even going to show you. Now, and then I found this other one here, which is called Xvid for PSP, which you can also download for free on this website here. And if you just type in the name of the application, Xvid for PSP, I'm pretty sure you'll get here. So it's a free application as well. And so again, download, install that. And what you do here, it's actually really simple. You go to the folder, and now it is really, for that to work, it's really important that the subtitle file has exactly the same name as the video, just the file extension is different. So you choose your video file, and if they're in the same folder, it finds a subtitle file with the same name, this option here will show up, right? And here you want to use Hardsub, which means hard subtitles, which means they're burned into the actual video. So this is what we want, right? So all you need to do is open the thing, make sure you've got container MP4, whatever size you've got here, and this is where it saves the file. So you can choose where you want it, and then you go start. And it starts working, and it takes about the time of the length of the video. So it's really pretty quick. And it burns the subtitles exactly how I formatted them in the other software where I actually created them. And so this is really the most accurate way. So bottom line, after all of that, there are really two options that I will go back to, and that is rev.com when I don't have time to deal with it and I just upload the video and get them to do it for $1 a minute. It's worth it. And then use this Xvid for PSP, this application here, to actually get the subtitles onto the video, or the Hardsub option that I just showed you, where I create the subtitles, right? And I've got full control, and I can have it right now. I don't have to upload the video at all anywhere. So I create the subtitles, then I use Xvid for PSP to burn it, and now I can share that video on LinkedIn or wherever I want to put it. So these two are my favorite options. I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you again soon. If you've got any questions, let me know.